What's up, everybody? It's Wes and Andy. Welcome to Random Fandom Tuesday night for this Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. This edition of Random Fandom, edition number 81.
81.
In the series that keeps on giving because Holly Weird
just keeps
it's
getting
still,
weirder.
yeah. And we got more than just that going on. So,
yes, we do.
Got
our first comment already.
Oh, the Retro Tinker. Hello.
Hey.
Glad to see everything's all right over there. I suppose the big one, which will probably dominate quite a bit of tonight's discussion, will be some of the toy reveals from New York.
There was a lot.
New York Comic Con over the weekend. We got some much anticipated entertainment news on movie and television front. And as always, the toys. Oh, the toys. And we do love them. What, Gaz? Oh, I look different tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What looks different tonight?
I don't know. You got half a camera on you.
Is that better? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not feeling so hot tonight. I feel like funny. I feel like looks like I've been punched in the face a few times. If you ask me, I certainly feel like it.
Maybe Kim's been doing stuff while she's sleeping.
Nah. We're just doing some renovation stuff on the house. So
she could be swinging in a dream hammer.
I hope not. I hate those.
Not very pleasant.
Got to find a new home. Here's one for you guys. A good friend of ours of the show created this for us. Well, it's been what? It's probably over a year ago now.
I think so, yeah.
And I've at one point it was on the shelf behind us, and you can't really see it over there. But I'd like to rehome this. You guys out there got any thoughts about what to do with this? Because man, I'm at a premium for space here. But God, I love it, and I don't want it to just sort of sit and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah.
You could always mount it to a plaque.
Maybe we buy a 3D printer and start making these and offering them to the fans.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Could be fun.
I guess before we get going with the news, we should probably start with
Random Fandom Trivia.
Yes, we should. But I look different as well.
Andy looks different. So, Gaz, you probably missed this. Last week we tried this. I don't think I said anything last week.
I think it was on the Sunday show.
Yeah. So, Andy looks different because we've swapped out the webcam that I normally use on that side of the studio for a cell phone. It's an older cell phone, but it checks out.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I did my monthly shave.
So that could be the contrast between the two of us might be what you're noticing. I am still using the same mirrorless camera and lens setup that I normally do.
Yep.
Andy's on a cell phone. The goal is to get a second mirrorless camera at some point.
Mm-hmm. Afternoon, Josh.
Yeah, man. Hello, everybody. Nice of you all to show up here and spend some Tuesday night with us. Josh, how is the weather in Bama today? Have you guys weathered the storm? Are things settling back down for you? I hope everything is well.
Mm-hmm.
Put the logo on a stand and use it as a backdrop for photography. Oh, that's a good one. I will take that under consideration. I think that's a good idea, to be honest. Is it me, or does Andy sound like Wes and Wes sounds like Andy?
I don't know. I don't think I have the rich tones that Wes does.
I don't know. I don't think I can do a good impression of Andy.
Oh.
I'm trying to.
Oh, there you go.
Oh boy,
it's been fine here.
Fine here. Storm stayed east. It's been cold though. Okay, good.
We've had to hear that second summer up here.
Yeah, we are experiencing like unseasonably warm weather right now. We get what 24 Celsius today. 25. 26. Yeah, it was very warm today. Like t-shirt weather for sure.
Yep.
When normally that's like the joke is, oh, Han Solo season, because everybody gets out there.
Everybody gets their Han Solo.
Get the puffy vests on. It's Han Solo season. Damn it.
Yep. But I guess we should do the trivia question.
Oh yeah, right. That whole trivia thing. We hit the sounder and totally forgot to actually deliver on that. What do we got?
Well, we got a good one here. Question: which team did Michael Jordan play his last game in the NBA for?
Oh man.
Was it A, the Chicago Bulls, B, the Cleveland Cavaliers, C, the Toronto Raptors, or D, the Washington Wizards?
See, now everybody thinks of Jordan as a Bulls player, and
Oh, he was always a Bulls player,
that's a
right?
Bulls jersey. But that's not, I don't think that's it. And the thing is, I don't know. I know he's played with more than one team.
Mhm.
All right, we'll have to we'll
Give her the sounder.
we'll run the sounder and we'll check in here in just a second. We had a bunch of answers come in like very quickly.
So Gaz
Gaz coming in with D. That's the Washington Wizards. Yeah. Sean says it's also the Washington Wizards. Josh thinks it is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well,
Wait. Before you
I
give the
give
answer,
reveal,
are any of the teams on this list no longer in the NBA?
I couldn't tell you that.
I don't
follow
know.
the NBA close
I'm
enough.
not a basketball fan, so I don't know the answer to this. Okay. I don't know, but I mean, we got 50% are going with D. I feel like I would be, foolish not to go with the corporate knowledge here.
Fair enough. Well, if you picked anything other than D, you're wrong.
Oh,
it was in fact the Washington Wizards.
Wizard.
Yeah. He played his last game for the NBA on April 16th, 2003. They did not win. They lost to the Philadelphia 76ers 107-87.
Oh, man. Your last game. Doesn't that kind of like...
That would sting a little bit.
I think it would. Mind you. But, I mean,
the guy's career is...
Forget his career. It's all about the shoes, man. That's still...
Space Jam.
He's making... Well, that too. He's making bank.
Air Jordans.
Not a basketball fan either. Yeah, Air Jordans. I did not know that. Well, I feel a little bit wiser today. And you know what?
We've learned something.
You ask me again tomorrow and I probably won't remember this.
That's all right. You can always go back and watch this clip again.
I will remember which band did our misheard lyric this week.
Yes, you will.
That was a funny story. Can we tell that story?
Sure. How my brain didn't work?
Yeah, it was an easy blurb. And I don't want to give too much away, but this week Andy sent me the lyric because I normally prepare the sound clip to put in the mixer ahead of time, and I get this text message. Of course, I'm in the car, so it's coming through text to voice, right? This week's misheard lyric is this, and the band is, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, it's not.
No, it was not the right band.
We got it all figured out, though.
We did.
And we got a good clip for you this week, so stick around for misheard lyrics this week. It's going to be a fun one.
But we do have a couple unfortunate notes to attend to first.
All right, this one's really unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know anything about him, and I certainly wasn't a fan of their music. But nobody.
No, this guy, way too young.
Yeah.
Liam Payne has passed away this past week after falling from a window in a hotel in Buenos Aires. Only 31 years old.
Horrible. Terrible accident. Could have happened to anybody. And you don't think something like that is going to happen.
I mean, you remember that scene from Forrest Gump where Jenny's on all kinds of whatever and she's like dancing on the ledge.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you know what? That could go bad real fast.
Oh, Jenny.
This is just proof.
Jenny, get off the ledge, Jenny.
Yeah. I mean, she managed to pull herself back in, but if that was the case here, it went the other direction, and
you can't help but wonder.
Tragic ending.
Was there an altered state here when this happened?
I believe there was something like that at play.
Drinking, drugs, or something.
There was something going on.
Yeah.
I guess the police had been called, and they were concerned for his safety. But
oh well, then that should
details are still coming out, right? But
visiting the country to catch a concert. Former bandmate Niall Horan. Yeah,
One Direction.
My stepdaughter was a fan. I was not. Still, our thoughts go out to Liam's family and friends. Terrible accident.
Yeah, far too soon.
No sticker yet, Josh. Oh no, the
Oh.
mail is so slow. Keep checking, man. I promise you, it is in the mail. It is on its way.
It did go out. Yeah.
It absolutely did. Yeah.
Dang. Yes, that is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Horrible.
This next one sucks as well. Paul Di'Anno,
Man,
former Iron Maiden lead singer,
I read
at 66.
his memoir, probably what, 2007. That guy was I don't know if music was his first calling. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
He's led quite the life, but yeah, 66 years old and he's passed away. I guess he had been, troubled by severe health issues in recent years, and it restricted his performing. He was performing in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but he was still
giving her.
yeah, he was still gigging. I saw a thing with Steve Harris yesterday, basically saying that he was gigging right up earlier this year. I think was
I think he, like, one I read said he racked up well over 100 shows since
Yeah.
2023. So
it's good that he was able to find some success in his later years. Because let me tell you, when I read the man's memoir, and I read it in 07, so I don't know when it was published, but man, he's an angry man. He's a very angry man towards sort of his treatment and how he was, parted ways with the guys from Iron Maiden. But it seems like they've all more or less made up in the years since. Yeah.
Yeah, they look back fondly on their time with him. And
Yeah, Paul Di'Anno, lead singer for Iron Maiden on their first 2 records.
yeah,
Certainly set the direction for the band. I mean, tough, big
Tough
shoes
act
to
to
fill
follow.
when Bruce Dickinson came in, but that he did.
But he did play in other bands too, like Gog Magog, Battlezone, Praying Mantis, and Killers.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I guess there's also a retrospective album out there floating around, The Book of the Beast, which features some of his post Iron Maiden recordings, and it was
really?
released earlier this year.
Oh,
so
cool.
You can go look for that.
I'd like to check that out, I think.
But condolences to him and his family, and yeah.
Yeah, man.
This next one, Borders, it was almost a further extension of these unfortunate notes, but former Ozzy Osbourne guitarist Jakey Lee is expected to fully recover after being shot multiple times.
Man.
Apparently, it was completely random. He was just out walking his dog in Las Vegas last Tuesday morning when he was shot multiple times.
Do you think that, he was mistaken for somebody else?
I don't know for sure, but like in this day and age, who can say? Like, did they literally think, oh, that's so-and-so, let's start blasting? But
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
another musician dying in Las Vegas would be terrible.
What was our last one?
Well, that's where Tupac went down, right?
I thought we were talking about Elvis.
Oh, Elvis died on the toilet.
That's true, but Vegas musician, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But,
no, man. I have a lot of friends in the United States. Certainly some of our dearest friends of the show and other podcasters out there based in the U.S. I don't know how you guys do it. I know, like, I guess for us as Canadians, and I say this a lot, like we never had a civil war here, so like I just can't comprehend U.S. gun culture. I just can't.
Well,
it's not a part of our fabric as Canadians, right?
Yeah, you don't. I mean,
but like
it's been joked with in cartoons and like whatnot, the right to bear arms.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and like, of course, I think it was Family Guy, and they're like, "Look, here's my bare arms."
Yeah, bare
they were
arms,
literally chopped off of a bear. Do you think
Bare
people would
arm.
misunderstand this? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting. I mean, it as somebody on the outside looking in, it's always interesting to sort of see, different people's takes on the whole thing. We're talking about a law that was written at a time when,
before
we're talking like
AR-15s.
we're talking muskets, man. That's what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
ball and powder reloading.
That's right. If you're going to go on a mass killing with one of those, I mean, we got some reload time to get away. Anyway,
disarming time as well.
Man, glad to hear that Jake Ely is going to recover. I guess that meant he was not present for Ozzy's induction over the weekend.
No, he's in intensive care, but they do say he's going to make a full recovery.
I guess that was the other big news. Not only was New York Comic Con this past weekend, the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony,
which I forgot to cover.
I still haven't watched it. I've caught some clips. I saw the Ozzy's induction by Jack Black, which was
interesting.
It's a little strange.
but still,
Like
some of
Jack
it
Black. I
works.
mean, but it was almost like they were putting Ozzy on display.
A little bit.
That's
It
kind of what I
felt
felt like.
almost
Yeah.
like the beginnings of one of those roast shows.
Yeah, man. Let's
But
put him on a
instead of-
chair, set him out. Like we'll just wheel him out in front of
Yeah.
the audience.
But instead, they serenaded him with covers of classic hits
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
performed by his contemporaries and whatnot.
Right. Right.
But yeah, let's Josh saying here. It's Vegas.
Vegas.
Mm.
Gotcha.
And Gaz says
The king still lives in hologram form. Are you kidding, man?
King is not dead. He just went home.
I'll tell you, I follow, because a friend of mine did this. I follow the Little Elvis Church on Facebook.
The Little Elvis Church?
Yes, man. In Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And so did you know that all of their ceremonies are live streamed?
I did not.
So if you happen to catch it at the right time, you can watch people getting married with the Elvis impersonator. And he does sing during every ceremony. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I've actually contemplated doing a vow renewal ceremony in Vegas.
Now, would you dress up as Elvis too?
Would I dress up as Elvis?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm a little too beardy for that and not enough hair on top.
It's okay. Get a wig.
I was thinking of getting one of those foam, like Elvis, like skull caps
There you go.
with the big pompadour on top.
Yep.
Could I do that? Maybe.
Might as well.
Yeah.
What's Josh saying here?
They were talking about, I guess the right to bear arms, meant to keep a militia against foreign and domestic threats. It's good for home protection, but it's way too easy to get a gun. I do believe that everyone should have one. Go through an extreme and rigorous training. If you can't pass the training, then you shouldn't be allowed to get one. And if you have one and not allowed, you should be harsher punishments. Yeah, man.
You can't get one up here unless you go through the whole.
No, yeah, it's funny, gun control laws in Canada are some of the most stringent gun control laws in the world. And we have a government who thinks that, they're not, not strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bit of a different take on it. I mean, I spent time in the military.
Yeah,
I mean,
so you've been trained on all the high-end stuff.
I say this like, no matter what I think, my opinion does not preclude anybody's rights to do whatever the hell they want. I that above everything else, I believe. Everything I know about firearms, I learned in the military. I don't hunt. Therefore, outside of hunting, law enforcement, and the military, I don't see a reason for people to own a firearm. I know that doesn't keep illegal firearms off the street. That's a whole other issue. However, if you're a hunter and hunting is a way of life for you, absolutely, you should own a firearm.
My dad hunts. My brother hunts.
There you go.
That's how I got.
Anyway, that's my Cole's notes. That's my Cole's notes version on it. Certainly, gun control laws. If you look at sort of the global perspective on that, there is some efficacy to them. They do make an impact.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah.
There was that Simpsons episode, right, where they decided to get rid of all of them and they throw them all in the furnace.
No more guns.
The aliens, of course, show up.
You want to know the best take on no guns? Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
If you have not looked it up, I mean, it's literally the reason why Jim Jeffries is internationally famous is his skit on gun control. If you have not seen it, watch it. Hilarious. No matter what your position is on it, you should watch it. It's funny.
Nice.
It's absolutely funny.
We got here.
Nate says, I read a book where the reason there are so many Elvis impersonators is that Elvisism is contagious through bites like a werewolf, and now I refuse to believe otherwise. Here in Canada, not too far away from where, Andy, where you and I live, in Collingwood, Ontario, there is an annual Elvis
convention.
Yeah, an Elvis impersonation convention.
I remember working at the paper and I photographed an Elvis impersonator.
The whole town is like overrun with Elvises that come in from all over the world.
Nice.
Kim and I, on our last trip to Mexico, all the resorts, all the hotels do nightly entertainment, and it's usually a combination of singing and dancing. I have to tell you, the resort that we stayed at, they had a Mexican Elvis impersonator.
Nice.
And that guy is a fucking national treasure. He was so good.
Nice.
He did all of Elvis's moves, but with a Mexican accent. It was just so good. Like you could totally sing with it. He sang really well, but it had a Spanish accent, and it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Gaz says being bit is now fact.
Fact.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Does the Elvis Festival coincide with a full moon?
We will have to look into that.
Maybe it does. Maybe it does.
Josh.
Josh, when I lived in Memphis, I worked at a Quick Lube and there was at least one Elvis a day come through.
Nice.
That's amazing.
I've visited his mansion.
You've been to Graceland?
I've been to Graceland when I was younger. It was the craziest house I've ever been in.
For our Canadian audience, I don't know if you guys do you remember the show Weird Homes?
Vaguely.
Weird Homes did an episode on the Canadian Graceland. Do you remember that?
I remember the Graceland in Finland, but
That's the house.
Really? That was
That's
the one?
the house. Yeah, yeah. So the lady that lived there, she was like uber Elvis fan,
Mhm.
and she was an artist. So all the paintings in the house, it's all Elvis, but she did them all.
Were they all velvet Elvises though?
Some of them were, yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Man, listen,
My
the older I get, the more sort of affection I have for Elvis. And it wasn't too long ago, I got one of those ceramic Elvis busts. And this year it went out as part of the patio furniture and it sat around the pool with us all summer.
Nice.
And he's got the faux bronze paint. So like it looks like a statue. It's very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Oh, Josh,
I live not too far away. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. The only way to tame a were Elvis is to tempt it with a peanut butter banana sandwich. Yes.
There you go.
Sandwich, 2 M's. I'm doing talk to text while I'm driving, so if anything comes out weird, I'm sorry. No, dude, you should say all the weird stuff because that's where some of the funniest things come from.
Just like Weird Al.
I love it. That's what happened to us today. Talk to text, text to talk.
But this next one here, Hank actually hipped us to this one. And we've linked to the trailer in the show notes if you haven't seen it already. The Electric State is coming to Netflix on March 14th.
Did we know anything about this prior to?
Prior to this, I had no idea about it.
I don't remember hearing or seeing anything about it. However,
the trailer looks friggin' awesome.
You had me at the Russo brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Russo film, but look at our cast.
We've got Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt, Short Round, his
Ke Kwan.
Yeah. Also, I guess Jason Alexander, Seinfeld fame.
Yeah.
Woody Norman, Giancarlo Esposito again.
Stanley Tucci, Woody Harrelson, Anthony Mackie, Brian Cox, Jenny Slate, Hank Azaria, and Coleman Domingo and Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. So they are in voice roles, of course, with Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt being your leads. But it's taking place after I guess, uprising of robots in the 90s. So it's an alternate universe. But
I like the look of it. I'll give you that.
Very interesting. So it looks like, yes, Gaz, that is a giant robot.
Yeah.
A VW bus.
We got to talk about that for a second because there's a hilarious moment in the trailer.
It is.
Just to sum up what you were saying, Andy. We've got a post-apocalyptic setting where there's been a war between humanity and robots.
Yep.
Now the war is over. Robots have lost their freedoms, and humanity has lost each other. Essentially, we've all lost contact with a bunch of people.
Everybody lives in like this VR state where
they're
not connecting on a personal level anymore. It's much like today.
Like that. What's that movie with Bruce Willis where they sent their robot doubles out into the world and they all stayed home? Kind of like that.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Where everybody's disconnected. Oh yeah, it was really weird.
Wasn't 12 Monkeys, was it?
No, that's a time travel movie. This one was literally like a skinned body robot that you basically piloted through VR.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That would have been good for COVID.
But we've got this essentially a story of Millie Bobby Brown wanting to find her, I think it's her brother.
Well, according to her statement, she's lost everything except this robot appears to be inhabited by the spirit of her brother.
Well, there you go.
And the robot gets taken. So, of course, she goes to Chris Pratt for help. We need to get my brother back.
You want to get your brother?
Leads him on a journey, right?
The VW bus. Let's talk about that because this sequence in the trailer is Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt's characters are actually inside the bus while the robot is carrying them. Now they're looking down. I think it's either a pair of binoculars or a rifle scope or something, and they see another robot that has spotted them, and
it's got a catapult.
It catapults a projectile at them. The projectile goes through the front window, and it's a refrigerator. And the line is, "Who throws a fridge?"
They throw a second one, clips the robot in the knee, and he's the one that delivers the line.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
it even better.
Who throws a fridge? Oh fuck. Anyway, it's that whole like riff on. Immediately I thought of Austin Powers. Who throws a shoe?
Honestly,
Glad to know we were on the same page with that one. I'm excited for this.
so if you haven't seen the trailer, it is in the show notes. Go give it a watch after you're done here. And
It's no secret, anybody who's watched our show, my favorite Marvel movies are the ones directed by the Russos, and like Winter Soldier is still
your top.
it is my number one Marvel film. So I'm excited to see the Russos play in somebody else's sandbox,
Mhm.
and perhaps something that is not connected to superheroes.
I mean, Chris Pratt is in it, so
No, it doesn't count.
adjacent.
Yeah, and Ke Kwan's in Loki, but that doesn't mean anything either.
But he was like a tech guy in that, so he wasn't caped up.
Yeah, but Chris Pratt was also in a movie about dinosaurs, so
And he was kind of the hero of that one too.
that's fine. Obviously, he's the hero, but
Star-Lord and the Raptors. But speaking of Kehoe and Indiana Jones and other
Yep.
franchises he's
Yeah.
in, did you hear recently that they found a secret tomb under the location for filming of Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail?
I wasn't aware of this until you sent it over to me, and I was like, "Really?"
Well, in the heart of the ancient city of Petra, Jordan, they have found a hidden tomb, and it's underneath the monument known as the Kazna or the Treasury.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, they found it, and they called up Josh Gates over at Expedition Unknown
Right.
and said, "We're on to something here. You might want to bring your cameras here for when we unearth it."
Come check this out. Yeah.
Well, they did, and they found, I guess, 12 untouched bodies,
yeah.
as well as unspoiled artifacts, one that actually resembles the Holy Grail,
A cup that looks like the Holy Grail.
and artifacts they're estimated to be at least 2,000 years old.
Nice.
And this is a tomb that, because it was undiscovered, didn't get raided.
Oh wow! So
So-
it's ripe for picking now.
Yeah, so they're super excited about this because it's going to provide a look into the ancient civilization of I'm going to butcher this. I'm sorry. Nabateans,
Where is it? So me.
right here.
Wow.
Nabateans.
Nabateans. I think that's right. Nabateans.
But anyway, they're an ancient Arabian nomad civilization.
Gotcha.
that,
Gotcha.
Thrived in the desert during the 4th century BC.
Is Jordan a tourism heavy country? Like, I know a lot of people would make that like religious pilgrimages to these places, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to? Do you think? I hate to say it. Do you think this is good for business?
I would hope so. Like, this is a pretty big, first discovery in quite a while, right?
So
Because usually when they find this stuff, it's already been, ransacked, ruined, and filled in with sand. Whereas this one,
right.
completely unspoiled.
The thing with like archaeology is that we've watched. Kim is a huge fan of Egyptology, right? So she loves all of this kind of stuff. Very, very infrequent. I guess Egypt is a sort of a special case, but it's like how many of these folks that are working in Jordan that are on this excavation are not from Jordan, right?
Yeah.
They're like either British or from somewhere else. And I'm curious to know what kind of laws that Jordan has in place over any artifacts that are uncovered. Like,
I'm
would
pretty
they-
sure they're pretty strict about it.
I would think so that they
and
would.
at this point in time, like it's, just like on Oak Island, you can't go forward if you make a discovery without, archaeologists and scholars
Yeah.
overseeing every aspect of it.
We had a similar thing happen here. Now it's not as exciting as an archaeological dig, but we had a bottle of beer.
Hmm.
Do you remember this story?
I don't.
A
Really?
bottle of beer from the Alexander Keith's Brewery was recovered from the Halifax harbor by a diver.
Really?
And it was dated like it had to be like one of the first or earliest bottles that had ever been made by the brewery.
Still sealed?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
somebody wasted a beer.
well, there's a law in Nova Scotia that any artifacts that automatically become the property of the province.
Yep.
So they essentially seized it, but scientists did open the bottle and they did try it.
And
I can't imagine it was very good.
maybe skunky.
Wow. I mean, it would probably predate any carbonation,
Probably.
right? Because
Yeah,
the first beers weren't carbonated.
it's true.
Sounds cool. It does sound cool. Yeah. Yeah. Michael Martinez. I don't know what I just came into, but it sounds cool. How's it going, guys?
It's going good.
Yeah, it's going
You've just
good.
come into. They've made a really huge discovery over in Egypt underneath the shooting location of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I butchered that title when I first said it too, but the one with the Holy Grail. Anyway,
That's the one.
Last
You could have just said Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail, and we'd all go,
Indy 3.
that one.
But yeah,
One of the ones that's not on Disney anymore.
yes, it is off, but it's moved over to
Paramount.
Plus.
Yeah, Paramount. Yeah.
But like Josh Gates, they've got now, I believe, 2 shows. The first one aired last week, and I think
Yeah.
the second part comes this week.
Okay.
Or I might be wrong on that schedule, but anyway, it is available out there to watch now.
Who's airing this? Sorry, is it it's not Netflix, is it?
No. Who has that? I believe it's on the Travel Channel. Most of the time.
Okay.
But yeah, Expedition Unknown. It's the most recent Josh Gates venture.
All right, fair enough.
But he says, it's really awesome that this moment is history imitating art.
Yeah.
You go into this hidden tomb and find the Holy Grail, basically. But
wouldn't it be funny if it was?
That'd
Like,
be weird.
talk about art imitating life, or life imitating art.
Well, who's going to take the first drink from that one?
Oh, yeah, really.
Mm.
This next
This next one.
item coming up here is a little bit like,
It's similar to the Indiana Jones thing,
kinda.
but it has been reported that Voltron, Legendary Defender, will be leaving Netflix on December 7th.
Yeah, that is the that's the legendary one. I mean, that is the Netflix one.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't watch it, did you watch it?
I watched the first couple seasons.
I watched it, the whole thing in its original run. As each part dropped, I was there for it. I was all in. Legendary Defender has a place in my collection. I've got a couple of them actually. The giant one and the little metal, the diecast one. I love this show. It's leaving Netflix.
Yes, it is. Because apparently it's not a Netflix original.
This is being
by DreamWorks.
Yeah, DreamWorks was the production company that did it. This is being reported by the official Voltron social media. This is right from the official Voltron Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So, which they don't have anything to do with this other than like, hey, fans want to know, is this actually happening?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Now, the situation is they don't know if this license, because the license is coming up for expiry, and
it's going to be up for renewal possibly or not.
It happens all the time with these with all the streaming services, right? Who's going to license whose movies to whom? Now the question remains: will Netflix? Netflix?
Will it flux on Netflix?
Let me try that again. Will Netflix pony up to extend that license? Do they want to extend that license? The other big question is,
they let them?
Well, here's the other big question that goes with this. With the live action Voltron, seemingly moving forward at Amazon MGM, will they dangle this carrot over to Amazon and will the show move over there? I kind of feel like that's the most likely scenario.
That would be like the smart play to like reinvigorate.
Right. There's a synergy here that
you haven't, or if you haven't, immersed yourself in the lore lately, put this on as a new addition to Amazon. Hype it up.
I feel it's a good way to sort of break people in. I mean, who doesn't have Netflix anymore? I don't know. Is there anybody that thinks that Prime Video is actually better? I mean, Prime Video is good because if you subscribe to Prime, it just comes with your Prime subscription. So that's good. I mean,
and on the other hand, though, the one thing I don't like about Prime is they'll be like, oh yeah, you get Shudder on Prime, you get this on Prime, you get so and so
as an add-on.
But yeah, they're all add-ons. It's like, no, you don't get it with it. You got to pay extra for it.
Yeah. And if you were in an international market, as we are here in Canada, we get screwed even more because of the little thing. I don't know what it's like in like some of the other Commonwealth countries, but like here in Canada, we have our media regulator, the Canadian Radio and Telecommunication Commission, which basically says who can do what. And so we have all of these deals with the major Canadian networks, which will end up like, for example, Star Trek. We get screwed on Star Trek. Right now, I cannot watch the second season of Star Trek Prodigy because there's no distribution deal with the Canadian distributor. Yeah. So while everybody else is watching it, I think on Netflix, I can't watch it. It's not on Canadian Netflix. So VPN. excuse me.
Or, physical media.
If it was on physical media, I don't even know if Legendary Defender got a physical release.
Well, you can actually purchase it digitally from Amazon
Ah,
already.
well, yeah. So what happens when it's? Wait, you can purchase it from Amazon.
Voltron, not Prodigy.
Not Legendary Defender or
yeah, Legendary Defender seasons 1 to 6 can be purchased on Amazon Prime.
oh, that's the whole series. That's cool.
Yeah,
Silver Spider, you got it, man. VPN, never mind, you said it.
Oh,
True. I like that Voltron series. I loved it. I can't say enough good things about it. For one, it wasn't, wash, rinse, repeat like the original series, right? Although there was enough of that in there. They're going to form the Lions, or the Lions are going to form Voltron, and Voltron's going to save the day. That wasn't always the case in Legendary Defender. And Legendary Defender just really lovingly held on to the original Voltron Defender of the Universe and Beast King Go Lion in some ways, like for example, our Black Paladin Shiro is a play on the original Black in Voltron. You remember Sven?
No.
You don't remember Sven? Sven piloted the Blue Lion before Princess Allura.
Okay.
He got injured early on in the series and then disappeared for
10 seasons?
No, like dozens of episodes, only to come back later. Shiro is his name in Beast King Go Lion.
Okay.
So to have a Shiro in Legendary Defender is a nice nod to that.
Mm-hmm.
Sean says, I wish I still had my Voltron toys when I was a kid. Man, you are in luck, my friend, as a bunch of the Voltron toys that are coming back.
Retro reissues.
Yeah, anniversary reissues of, I think it's the 30th anniversary one is coming back as the 40th. So if you've already got the 30th, you probably don't need to pick this up. And there's a ton of really high-end Voltrons available.
Mm-hmm.
Too expensive for me, to be honest. Sven is dead. Spoilers, he has a cyber arm. I mean, Shiro.
Oh, means isn't. Sven isn't dead.
I mean, isn't. That's right. That's right. He does come
exciting.
back.
Josh.
I just got home and I checked the mail. It's here. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it, man. Thank you. That's great. I'm glad that's there for you.
Got the sticker? Do a video on it later.
Nice. Look forward to seeing that. Make sure you hit us up with the link so we can put it out on our socials.
This next one's kind of weird. I don't know where I fall on the scale of it because, well, let's get to it.
Sure.
Actress Cynthia Erivo has called a fan-made Wicked poster deeply hurtful.
Yeah, I read this one. I took the time to read through this one, and I don't know where I sit on it either.
On the left here, you can see the actual poster that got released.
Yeah.
In the middle is the illustrated poster for the Broadway version. And then on the right, we have the fan edit, which is, I guess, trying to pay more homage to the Broadway version.
Yeah.
But Cynthia has come out and said, this is deeply hurtful. And her reasoning behind it, the quote is, "This is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen. None of this is funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me."
I don't know if it's what's the quote? Can you read that again?
This
wildest, most. I don't necessarily agree that it's the most offensive thing that she's ever seen.
No, God, no.
But let me just say this. I am not a person of color. And as much as I can be an ally and empathize with, I will never understand what it is like to be a person of color. So I'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. She goes on to further say, "The original poster is an illustration. I am a real-life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer. Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful." But I'm looking at both versions, and
they're fine.
Like, honestly, the original poster has the Wicked Witch, the Green Witch, kind of smirking, right?
It's kind of playful.
And her version, she
very
looks like
serious.
somebody just spit in your ear.
Very, very serious. Yeah.
And like, I get the intense eye contact, but in the fan edit, they've kind of given her back that little smirk.
Yeah.
So,
they've smoothed her over. They've basically looks like they've removed all the freckles.
They've
But yeah,
definitely
like
darkened up the eye area.
for sure, like I guess it's the brim of her hat plus the shadowing from the brim of her hat.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a fan edit.
Yeah.
Nobody did this to
To make money
intentionally. No, and I don't believe that anybody did this to.
Be hurtful just for that.
Yeah. It was just like, oh, here's what it would look like closer to the
To
Broadway,
Broadway version.
the Broadway
Yeah.
poster. Yeah.
But, Joe fan. Is it okay to say your names in the video? Of course.
Oh, absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And follows it up with the new one.
Oh, it looks better to me. Okay, fair enough.
Can't understand.
I can understand why she's upset. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But there is an update to this.
Okay.
The original artist of the fan edit has come out on Twitter, and they've wrote that, okay, I decided to repost this. The last few days have been wild and helped me realize that the initial reaction was largely overblown. This is and always was an innocent fan edit to pay homage to the original Broadway poster, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've also seen some people take credit for this, and they don't think that it's totally fair, so I'm coming out of the woodworks.
Ah, right. So no, you can't co-opt what I did. This
Yeah.
is what I did.
While I deleted initially, I felt it was the right thing to do. Fan posters have been around for as long as movies have existed, which is true.
Yeah.
I never meant to cause any harm, and the poster is just an homage to the original Broadway poster, just like the movie's recreation is.
Yeah. So that goes back to, I don't actually think this is the most offensive thing you've ever seen.
Oh God, no.
And if this is the most offensive thing you've ever seen,
That is
how sheltered are you?
That is some of the comments that came up on that.
But how sheltered are you if that's the most offensive thing you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to get off the rails on that.
No. But like, I don't know. And again, her position is like, I stared down the barrel of the camera to connect with you, the viewer.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if she stared down the barrel. Somebody made an artistic decision, said this is the shot we're using.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that falls to whoever did it, right? To make that call.
Josh, to answer your question on names, yes, you have the correct spelling, sir. Yep, you're good.
Yep. Moving on though. Apparently 2026 is going to have a brand new Ferrari.
Oh, you know what? I'm always looking for like new and interesting stories that are maybe sort of on the fringe of some of the stuff that we talk about. And I feel like, let's just say Ferrari as a brand is so iconic and is so related to pop culture, whether it's through film, television, video games. I have driven a number of Ferraris digitally that I will never, ever even get to put my eyes on in real life. Man, was I ever excited when I saw this. This came from Car and Driver.
I believe so, yeah.
Ferrari is releasing a new Halo car. This one, it is the 2026 Ferrari F80. And
slick looking.
You know, have I told you my take on cars? Have you heard we'll call it my log line. I'll take technology over muscle any day.
I have not heard you say
that.
Well,
I'll take technology over muscle any day. And this car has both. This car has both. Not the most powerful car they've ever made. Certainly not. But the F80 with a whopping 1,184 brake horsepower. It is twice that of the iconic F40. And they get this, believe it or not, out of a V6.
And 3 electric motors.
A V6 and 3 electric motors. Now, only 799 of these cars are going to be built, and it is expected that the first ones will reach the United States sometime in early 2026. This edition of the arguably this car, the F80, is essentially, there's a joke in these Halo cars that they're just F1 cars with bodies on them. And so the article goes on to say that if you actually look at this car from the bottom, like the full underpan kind of does give it that. Yeah. But it's got like active downforce and a whole bunch of other things going for it. The wing,
the aerodynamics on that thing looked like it would keep enough downforce.
Yeah. The wing on it is not manually adjustable. The car's controls will automatically deploy it for you. Yeah. So you don't even get like the I want to look cool mode and flip it up even when you're going at low speed. However, it does activate at something like 35 miles an hour. So it's like a very low speed. Turn the wing on.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Man, new Ferrari.
What was Gaz saying here?
Spoiler, she melts after being splashed by a bucket of water.
She does. We've all seen that movie.
I got to say this. I'm not familiar with this. I didn't see the Broadway version, so I don't really know other than what I've seen in the trailers. But I will say this, and it's not just applicable to Wicked. I don't like same thing that's happening with Agatha, which although that might be flipped again, I don't like the idea of taking the villain and turning them into a hero.
Yes, the whole Disney trend right now.
I don't like it. And the trailer for Wicked is painting the Wicked Witch of the West as a misunderstood. She was really a good. No, she's
Well.
the Wicked Witch, and like that's what she's supposed to be.
They did the same thing with Oz and the Great and Powerful, though, with Mila Kunis, right? Like she was just a woman who was spurned by the wizard, who was kind of a dick.
Well, look who played him.
James Franco,
who really is a bit of a.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yes,
never met the guy.
No, we all know.
Oh, Retro Tinker says, "Thanks for the spoiler, Gaz. I'll never have to watch Wicked." No, she doesn't melt until Wizard of Oz, which is,
Listen, we can all just agree that if we want to watch a bad, well, actually, I wouldn't call it bad. If we all want to watch a crazy Wizard of Oz movie, let's just all watch Return to Oz and then talk about how crazy that one is.
Yep.
Yeah, Ferrari F80. Man, it just looks so beautiful. Looking forward to the new Celica. Sorry. In America, that would be the Celica. Here in Canada, the Celica. Spoiler, the new, Celica. I don't even know what that is.
Toyota.
Has there been there hasn't been a Celica model since what? Since the early 2000s. And that car got the shaft because its final run, they were front wheel drive.
Oh.
The new Supra, 95 Supra, twin turbo. That's the one to have. The new Supra is a BMW in disguise. It is a joint project between BMW, the same way that the GT86 was a joint with Toyota Subaru. I have one.
Ooh.
I do like it. Will it be a track car like the last one? You buy it and Ferrari brings it to a track where you can drive it. Well, that's a good question.
You're spending as much as you can. They better bring it to a track so you could go all out.
I don't know if did it actually say that? It
does give us.
Does it mention about that? Okay, yeah, let's find that.
Apparently, it will run you only 3.1 million in US dollars. So 0% financing for President's Day. You get $500 a month. You should have it paid off in 523 years.
Ferrari has that. We've talked about this before with Ferrari having the Ferrari blacklist, the blacklist that doesn't officially exist, but it does. I don't think this falls into that in the sense that it's for track days. I do believe that this is a 100% road legal car, so you'll be able to drive it on the street.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Hey, that much you want to pick up women in it.
Well, actually, that's another thing. They actually thought about making this a single seater.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, to go back to that F1 inspiration, right? If we make it a single seat, but then it's like, no, the practicality of the thing is we'll make it a two-seater, but the seats to fit both a passenger and driver in, the seats are offset, and one of them isn't like the passenger seat isn't even adjustable.
Oh, geez.
No, like you get in, that's where you sit. Yeah. Check out the 1511's 914. Oh, okay. I shall do that. Yeah, Gaz, it's stupid. You can only drive it at a track and you can't take it home. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
No.
What did they do that with? They do that with the FXX, I think.
I'm not sure.
I think that's the one that they did it with. Yeah. Not every villain needs to be humanized and made relatable. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, gross.
Yes, gross. Aussies pronounce Celica the same as Canadians. Nice.
Groovy. But yeah, that's our new Ferrari. This next one's kind of neat. Apparently, Sebastian Stan lost out on Star Trek and Green Lantern before he finally landed the stuff at Marvel.
Well, okay, so can I address the second part first?
Yeah.
No loss.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The other one, though, could you see Sebastian Stan as a young Jim Kirk?
I can see him as a young Luke Skywalker.
I could see him as a young Jim. My gosh. I do like. So first of all, I'm a big Star Trek fan. I love the JJ reboot. I think that the Kelvin movies, they're great. In fact, we just watched them again over the last couple of days while we've been working around the house. Put them on for background, and I more than once caught myself
Nice.
staring at the TV. Did you go through like all the stuff that he did?
Yeah, like actually sent J.J. Abrams photos of himself as William Shatner trying
Doing all of these like William Shatner
Esque.
Kirkism impressions,
Yeah.
trying to get the role. And I guess this was just one of those where he was close,
but not quite.
Yeah, we don't know how close he was though.
Yeah.
Which does make you wonder what happened. Like, what other things have people been close to, right?
Mm-hmm. For Green Lantern, he says, it was another one where I screen tested for, and I remember getting there, and it's like me, Justin Timberlake, Jared Leto, Ryan Reynolds, and maybe one other person. And I'm looking at these guys, and I am fucked. There's no way this is happening for me. And I mean, thankfully, it didn't, because Bucky is a way better role for him.
Well, then
But
I like, let's just go back to that list of people in the context of the Green Lantern.
mhm,
First of all, the Green Lantern movie as a movie, just as a movie,
not the greatest.
but it's not
It's
horrible.
No, it's not Madam Web.
Like, if you don't,
It's not Morbius.
if you know nothing about the Green Lantern origins, yeah, you could watch that movie and probably be reasonably entertained.
Mhm.
So, but knowing what we do know, and knowing how much of a bomb it was for Ryan Reynolds, can you imagine Justin Timberlake?
Oh my god, it would have been a comedy, like a full-on, full-blown comedy.
It had been a musical.
Yeah.
Green Lantern the musical starring Justin Timberlake. And then, then there would have been the ultra serious Leto version, which would have been nothing but like
his interpretation of the Green Lantern, so it would be like worse than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, would you've done it with like crazy makeup and tattoos?
Probably.
Yeah, it's awful.
Worst Joker ever.
Awful. Josh says, I have a 2006 Scion TC. I've got a cold air intake, Wiseco pistons, Megan header, Magnaflow full exhaust, D2 coilovers, TRD sway bar, Enkai wheels, TRD short shifter, and a bass ECU tune. Dude,
I know.
I am so jealous.
I know like two of those words.
I when I was getting out of the service,
not a car
guy. I basically, as a retirement gift, I bought a car. I bought the 2013 Scion, the FRS. And in 2013, they didn't offer a lot on that car. It was the only factory upgrade on the car in 2013 was the head unit. Either got one of two head units, and I went for the other one. But I ended up, I still have that car actually. I bought it, paid cash for it. I'll never pay cash for a car ever again because I'll never be in a position to do that. But I paid cash for the car. And what have I done to it? I've got a cold air intake on it. I've got a equal length header. Full Magnaflow catback, and I upped the tire size by 1 inch.
Don't forget the cool Transformer deco.
And I put a Transformer, I put an Autobot, a logo on the back, on the trunk deck. So, yeah, I do love that car. It's twice I've bought a car in its first model year, and I don't recommend doing that. Don't buy a car the first year it comes out. Let them work out the gremlins in it. Yeah. Oh, TC is what took over the Celica. Really?
Okay.
Really? And now Scion gone. It's not even a brand anymore. That's all right though. I think Sebastian Stan should play Ace Hunter Jr. I would be okay if they just rebooted Megaforce and he could just play Ace, and we could do Megaforce with less comedy and more, a little bit more grit, maybe. Would you really want a sequel though, like the Children of? Like when you think of the Avengers, do you want to read the Avengers or do you want to read Young Avengers, like the kids of? Not saying that Young Avengers is bad,
no,
but I don't need younger versions of the same character. Just give me the characters that I like. Yeah. There's no way I could have $3 million worth of fun in that car. Give me a clapped out old car from the 50s any day. Yeah. I'm thinking like what year was what year was Mel Gibson's Falcon that they used for the Interceptor? 78?
Probably around there.
78, 79? That'd be fun. A car that we'd never see here in Canada.
No.
I thought a lot about a GT86, but my car handles the way that I like, and I like to autocross. Oh, that would be a lot of fun. Lots of fun. Next car going to be a RAV4. I'm getting too old for small cars. Yeah, man. We just got my wife and I just bought the 2023 Mazda CX-50 made in the actually it's made in the joint Mazda Toyota plant in Alabama.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you done upset Gaz.
Take that back. Megaforce is perfect. I just want a continuation. Yeah.
But are you going to get a proper continuation at this point?
I would love to have a scholarly debate about this, but I don't have the time for it.
Plus,
Don't get me wrong. I have a very a lot of fondness for Megaforce. It's a fun movie, but watching it as a 50-year-old as opposed to a 10-year-old, it lands in a completely different way. And there are just things about it that don't stand the test of time. Yeah. But still, it is a fun movie, and I do think it is one of those movies that if you are into action movies, it should be seen.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially from people of our generation.
Yeah, at least once. But we do have some stuff to talk about in the toy arena.
Oh my gosh. Okay, are we doing convention stuff first?
We're just going.
It's all mixed in. Okay, sure. All right. Look at that message I just sent you and tell me the car. Oh, Gaz, you sent me a message. Okay, let me do that.
Fair enough.
Oh, here's a picture. What do we got here? We have. Oh, what year is this?
I don't know.
Is this a new version? Because this is a very old. This is a very old Porsche.
Porsche 914.
914. Yeah. Those halo headlights are definitely not period correct. This car looks yummy. I do like that.
Cool. But on to toys.
Nice. All right, let's do it.
So, he says like a 78. There you go.
Oh, 78. Okay, perfect.
So apparently this is a upcoming Walmart exclusive.
Boo.
They
Boo.
could show up here. But Black Series Commander Cody.
So, Andy, you probably know from my collection that I'm a sucker for the clones, especially the named clones. I have the original release of Cody. I passed on the archive series because it's the exact same figure.
But this one looks to be a little bit upgraded.
I'm gonna need this one. There's a couple things going on. First of all, he's built on the new clone body. Secondly, removable helmet, which is a huge upgrade over the other one. We've done away with one accessory. We've done away with the longer DC 15, DC 17, the long rifle. We got rid of that. We're sticking to the short rifle. But, and you can't see it here, on the back side of the figure is a screen accurate backpack.
Nice.
The same one that we saw him in his last animated appearance. Also, that little hollow Emperor puck. Execute Order 66 Commander Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Get it in the can we call this retro?
It's retro.
The Revenge of the Sith packaging. Yeah. I did like that packaging, by the way.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. And I collect action figures. I don't collect packaging. So if I do get my hands on this, it's another one for my recycling bin.
It'll be out of the package.
But my gosh, this is a way to get me to buy the same figure again. This is a way to do it.
Belt.
Well, it's not like the Mandalorian
like
where
reissue,
come on, like you know how much I've been complaining about the Mandalorian reissues.
Like where they gave him originally in his scuffed up armor. And
Then the Beskar armor, then the Beskar with more paint, then the Beskar with more paint and a cloak, then the Beskar with more paint and a
Grogu
cloth cloak, and it keeps going and going and going.
Speaking of the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, okay.
This next one is a crossover between Star Wars and Transformers. So what they're doing is they're collaborating and making the Mandalorian N1 Starfighter.
This strikes me on a couple of different levels. So like you would think that for me, the two biggest lines that I actively collect right now are Transformers and Star Wars. And yet this is one that I am wholeheartedly going to pass on. First of all, let's just say what's good about it. It's cool. The idea of this is really cool. And why not? We had an entire, we had a couple waves of Transformer Star Wars crossover figures. Early turn of the century, mid early 2000s, Millennium Falcon, which was like, it was Han and Chewie that went together.
Yeah.
we've had a bunch of these and they've been okay. But here's where I'm at with this. If I wanted the Pelimoto modified Dinjarin N1, I would just buy
The
the N1 because the details on a dedicated N1 are going to be far better than they are on a we don't know what class this figure this is. Probably somewhere between Voyager and Leader. I would expect he's going to be a bigger.
7.5 inches.
Yeah, so he's going to be 7.5. So he might be in the new smaller Voyager class. What I do like is that the flight stand becomes the energy shield. I think that's cool.
Well, the flight stand also becomes his cape.
Yeah.
So
the same is true, like as I was saying about the N1, the same is true for Dinjarin. If I want a Dinjarin, I will just get a Dinjarin, of which I have a couple. So, you would think that this is speaking to me.
But it's kind of missing its mark.
No, I mean, I think this will be massively popular there is an audience for this.
Yes.
It's just not me. And yet you look at my shelf and I mean, I've got Ectotron and I've got Maverick, right? So it's not like I don't like the crossover figures. I do. I really do. And in fact, that the Triple T Tank Sergeant Cup.
Yeah. That's a good
one. I think of all of the G.I. Joe crossovers, like that thematically is the best of them. But I don't do G.I. Joe. I don't collect G.I. Joe.
Fair enough. Gaz says,
where's his jetpack in 6-shooter? How's he supposed to fight the radar men for the moon if the zombies form the stratosphere?
Doesn't need a jetpack now. He can fly in.
That's right.
Form.
He can press his own button. The design department neglected to change Mando's looks enough over the seasons. Don't they know that's how you sell toys?
Well, that's
so true.
He-Man, right? Basic He-Man, battle armor, thunder punch, flying fists, laser light.
Yeah. Did you miss any? Is there any more in there?
Wonder Bread He-Man.
Wonder Bread He-Man.
Prince Adam version.
Oh, true. You said thunder punch, right?
Yep.
Battle armor.
Yep.
Laser light. Flying fists. That's the one you didn't say. There we go. I think we got them all.
Yep. But then you move on to the 2000 and there's
oh dear,
Samurai and Snake Eater.
Oh yeah, but that was just Force. They got ridiculous. Boy, they got ridiculous then. But yeah, so cool figure. I do believe that they will sell a lot of these. I just won't be one of them.
Fair enough. But sticking with Transformers,
all right,
are coming with more retro figures from the G1 era. First off, we're getting a G1 Optimus Prime reissue for the 40th anniversary.
I have mixed feelings about this. And the first one is anger.
Anger?
Yep.
On the heels of that one that they just released?
No, man. Well, we just did the Missing Link Optimus Prime, which was G1 Optimus Prime with more articulation, which I think is a great figure.
Yeah.
But it's like there is like some serious detail missing on the trailer. Where are the blue lines?
Oh, true.
Like seriously, where are the rest of the paint apps on this thing?
They stripped them off.
They really have. And this is just a look at the inside of the trailer, the battle deck. Like there's no sticker in there. There's no nothing. Yeah. None of the detailing that is in any of the other.
In the 20th
That's what I mean.
Reissue.
Yes, all that stuff was there. The missiles are gone. Like we can keep going here, but this is like, you guys are just not. Like, I don't know what price point this is going to come in at, but
if it's anything like the current, it'll probably be looking at like 65 Canadian, if not more.
If I'm going to spend $65 on an Optimus Prime, I'm going to get either an earlier reissue or I'm going to get a G1, an actual G1, and I'll piece it together bit by bit. But this is a good way for someone that wants I guess that wants to get a G1 looking Transformer. That just isn't a G1. I don't even think those tires are rubber, to be honest. They look like
probably not.
They look like crap. God.
But we also get a Autobot Bumblebee.
And see, I like this one.
It's not bad. I mean, this is more articulated than the original one.
That's what I like about this.
It looks like the ass end of the Volkswagen becomes his shield.
So for me, like I guarantee if I buy this, and I'm considering buying this one, the shield's going to go in my parts bin. But he's a good looking, like the robot mode on him is really, really nice.
Yeah. Got some knee bending action.
It makes me wonder if this is based on the Studio Series 86 B.
According to Hasbro, they're inspired by the original G1 releases.
Of course they are, the retro
But,
packaging, but the actual molds,
Yeah.
like that's a modern mold. Like
Yeah.
you don't get that kind of articulation. Yes, the shield aspect is a bit weird.
I don't remember. him
Oh, I know
having
what
a
else is
shield.
coming. So give me a second.
Fair enough.
I know what else is coming.
Do you know what the next one is? Maybe it's another Transformer.
I do.
Well, it's not him yet.
Oh, should I have grabbed the green one?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we do get a 2-pack. It is Bombshell and Ramhorn.
Okay, funny story. When did you send this to me?
I can't remember.
The day after you sent it to me, I was in Walmart in Peterborough and I had it in my hand.
Wow.
Which I thought, did they break an embargo?
It could be.
Did they break embargo?
It wouldn't be the first time they put it out
No.
before date.
All kinds of wrong with this. Like, there is no chrome on that Insecticon. It's all silver paint. It's a travesty. And why is he being sold as a 2-pack with Longhorn?
Yeah, shouldn't he come with like Soundwave or something?
That's an Autobot.
Oh,
he should be sold like that's one of Blaster's cassettes.
Maybe they didn't have room for it in the Blaster one.
Awful. Again, if you don't have, and I mean, the Insecticons have been reissued several times.
Didn't they just do a 5-pack of them?
Yeah, with oh my god, not Bug Bite because that's a GoBot. The other ones, they didn't appear in the show, but they were part of the G1 toy line. They're supposed to be transformers, not disassemblers. Parts forming. Oh no, it's been part of the brand forever. I don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, but then
I do care about the mix match. Like I don't see the synergy between Bombshell and Longhorn. Ramhorn. That baffles me.
Maybe he like gets bigger in Rhino form and stomps on the bug.
Well, no, because remember when they were fighting in the movie when Soundwave and Blaster were fighting?
Vaguely,
the cassettes popped out and they scaled to each other, right? Like Blaster in his robot mode towered over his cassettes,
as he should.
Yeah. But I only have a Machine Wars Starscream. Machine Wars. Okay, cool.
But to round out our set here, the other one, G1 Autobot Gears.
Yeah. Okay, so he gets some new paint. I'll give you that. But this is a straight up reuse of the mold that came out earlier this year. But it's this figure again, but he's got a G1 face on him. Same Blaster, but it's painted up in silver. Yeah, no, I don't.
He reminds me of what was it, Turbo from the GoBots?
Visually. A little bit, yeah.
But mixed kind of with Magnacore from Inhumanoids. So red on the front, blue on the back.
Except Gears is a SUV and not a car, sports car, an nondescript sports car.
True.
Insecticon's only good for going crunch under Grimlock's foot. There's a piece of fan art I saw not too long ago that is absolutely horrific as it depicts the Insecticons eating an Autobot alive.
Really?
And you have to imagine, that's probably what they would do.
Probably. But this next one, again, Transformers.
Also good for getting run over by Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
That was what Kickback's head got squished. Yeah.
But if you missed it the first time around, Cybertron Earthrise Titan class or WFC E25.
War for Cybertron. Yep.
Scorponok coming back out again.
That's cool that they've been reissuing the Titan class figures. I saw a few comments on this one that said, "Why aren't you re-releasing Metroplex?" Scorponok's a great looking figure. He was awesome when he came out. Of course, he's not going to be at the price point that he was when Earthrise was going on. But I passed on him the first time. I will pass on him again. He does not fit my criteria for Transformers that I collect. But he's a great figure if you're into the Titan class figures.
Now, this next one here, we did talk about a little bit last week, as at that point, it was still just speculation.
Yeah.
But thanks to New York Comic Con, it is now official. The Ecto 1 and 1A are the next HasLab.
Yeah, that is your
products.
your new HasLab. So unlike what we speculated, we were like, is this going to be one car with like swappable parts? No,
Technically,
Well, it's not.
no. There's two price
You
levels.
you
for it,
order the basic
and you get the Ecto 1.
Ecto 1. You order the deluxe
You get the Ecto 2
Ecto 1A.
or Ecto 2, yeah, 1A. But
I don't know how I feel about that.
for the amount of price jump, you might as well get the deluxe.
But what if you don't want the caution tape banner down the side? Like, what if you don't want that look?
True.
Right? Like, the only thing I'll say that's good about this is that both cars, both Ecto 1 and 1A, they both count towards stretch goals.
Mm.
So no matter which version you order, if you order one, you are contributing to the stretch goals. And I think this is just me, pure speculation here. A bunch of these photos were leaked a week before the campaign was announced, including the Lewis Tully
stretch goal.
So he's not a stretch goal anymore. He's an
early bird.
He's an early bird bonus now.
We'll talk about him in a second.
All right.
Yeah. Basic version comes with what you see there on the left. Deluxe version comes with Slimer, the library ghost, the entire Ghostbusters team.
Yeah.
Slime throwers, proton packs. And if I'm looking at that right, it looks like it comes with the swappable roof mount.
Yeah.
So you can
I guess
dial it back to close to an Ecto 1.
It all comes down to like the rear bumper is different. Again, I just feel like there's too much going on here to.
Yeah, because your base model is going to set you back $324.99 US, but the deluxe version will get you for $399 US.
So a $75 difference.
Yeah.
Is there $75 in value there between the two of them? Do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because if you
I think so. I mean,
figure, right?
I'm looking at this as a retail thing, and I'm like, yeah, $75.
You're going to be paying like.
Wait, if I buy the basic one, I don't get the figures.
You don't get the figures.
So you.
So they kind of rope you in for that upgrade deluxe, right?
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah. But they are like the 6-inch plasma series scale.
Yeah. No, that's good. That is good. It's cool, but I'll pass. Yeah, me too. I have my own reasons for wanting to pass on this. Like I'm not so huge a Ghostbuster fan that I need this.
You've already got a pretty.
I have two
Ghostbusters.
I have two Ectos. Yeah. Slimer. I thought it was 1/18 scale. Well, that's a good point, Gaz. That O-ring line that we've talked about before.
It's still waiting to come to Canada.
We still haven't seen the figures, but here in Canada, we got the car and it was under $100 Canadian. And I thought, you know what? Years ago, I was at a convention and I bought the 1/18 scale Hot Wheels die-cast Ecto 1A. It's gorgeous. I'm like, well, 1/18 scale, they will scale with each other. And for less than $100, I can eat the loss in fidelity with it being plain like plastic. I bought it, and it looks pretty good. I think my biggest complaint is any of the chromed parts on it are just molded in gray plastic. So it does at some point need
a little bit of chrome.
It does need a little bit of a touch up. Whether I'm going to be the one to do it or I'm going to find someone to do it for me.
Nice.
Josh says, I have the plasma figures, I have the retro figures, and I plan to get the retro Ecto 1. Nice. That's very cool. I did see last week, I was in a Toys R Us, and I did see the Fright Features Ray on card.
I've only seen a couple of them floating around, but
man, I think they just literally just reissue the old ones.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything different about them at all.
No, except a little label that says new for 2024.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do like that there is a whole lights and sound sort of deal with this, that the LED, there's an LED function. I think that's great. But again, like as an adult collector who doesn't necessarily play with my toys, like any of my battery operated stuff, I throw batteries in it. I play around with it for like the first day
and then take them out,
take the batteries out because
corrosion.
Nobody wants corroded battery terminals.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, I guess my lightsabers are the only exception to that, because I do take those in and play with them periodically. You were at my birthday, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, years and years ago, I bought a Johnny Lightning Ecto 1, and that would be fine with the O-ring guys. Really? Johnny Lightning did one?
I don't remember.
No, neither do I.
But as you had mentioned, the 2-week early bird special.
Oh, right. Lewis. Yeah,
Lewis.
It's a good looking Lewis.
Yeah.
You know, we've got that's definitely a rendering on the right. I don't think that's a
Yeah,
actual
that's a digital
prototype.
rendering there.
But the one on the left, does it not look like it's part? It almost has like an animation quality to his
A
face.
little bit. But it is supposed to be based on his appearance in Ghostbusters 2, right? So
That is true. Not the first Lewis Tully figure in Ghostbuster gear, though.
mhm.
I think that goes to the Diamond Select guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was big on the Diamond Select guys. We did go all in to build the rooftop
Mm.
diorama.
But yeah, if the campaign gets backed in the first 14 days, you unlock the 6-inch Lewis Tully. So
Oh, really? 14 days?
yep.
Oh man, I got to see where we're at now because this has been live for what? This has been live for a couple of days.
Yeah, been live for a couple days. It doesn't end until December 2nd, so they've got a good long window.
Well, give me a second here. I'm going to use my technology here to try and find this. I want to see where we're at. Plasma series.
Josh saying, y'all remember Crash Test Dummies? I remember.
I do.
the
Yeah,
card and
I
mom
absolutely
watching
do.
the parts fly. Yeah, I've actually seen some pop up lately on the marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the goal? First 14 days?
14 days, yeah.
If it gets backed.
I think so.
Like full backing?
Or at least the first tier.
Well, the target is 12,000 units. We are currently at now how many? We've got 41 days left in the campaign. We are presently at 5,857 units.
So apparently,
a little less than half.
This might be the early bird one. So just people who order within the first 14 days get it. But if they back it by like the first
get you.
goal,
I get it.
then
I get
everybody will get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So-
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
If the campaign hits 12,000 backers, orders will ship by fall 2025. Oh, okay. Good to know.
If it takes longer than that, then just the people who ordered early will get them. So
All right.
it'll drive up demand for him.
Fair enough. Yep.
But yeah. Sticking with Hasbro though, another big one coming out of them. The 97 X-Men is getting a 22.2 inch tall, 80 point of articulation Sentinel.
Did we not just get a HasLab Sentinel?
No, I think the most recent one was Giant Man.
But like
But yeah, they've done not the animated version, but
they
like
did
a
it.
book version.
That's what I mean. They did a Sentinel, so I don't blame them for wanting to do. I mean, X-Men 97 was hugely successful.
Yeah,
and certainly the
toy line that accompanied it.
Yeah, it's done very well.
Yeah.
Is this on your radar?
Probably not. Because I didn't go all in on the X-Men animated figures.
I should ask Hank because I know he was like,
yeah, he was all over that.
He went from I'm not doing it to I bought one, now I must have them all.
Yeah.
Love Crash Test Dummies. I have a playset that I refer to as my first torture chamber. Oh, is that ever? That's so true. So true. I thought about getting a couple again. Yeah.
But you can pre-order this now through November 26th on Hasbro.com, and yeah, he comes with blaster effects, alternate faceplate, and damage effects for his little chest piece.
I can appreciate these big figures because to me, this is like buying a Titan class Transformer, like Omega Supreme there. Like I get it, but man, like 4 or 5 of these.
Oh, because like they do have another photo of this where they literally have 6 of them standing side by side.
Yeah.
To take on the entire.
Is this another limit 5?
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
So.
Be curious about that.
I don't know the price point either. So
did they not?
But like, if this thing is, HasLab size.
Well, come on. Look at the thing. They've got that with Scott standing beside. It comes to the top of his boot.
Yeah.
For sure. That's what, 90. What does that say? That's
22.2
inches tall. That's massive.
Next to your 6-inch Cyclops.
Yeah. Scaled appropriately. I remember the dummies fell apart and putting its head in my sister's cereal. Oh, you loved your sister, didn't you? Love to torment them like any good brother would do.
There you go. But again, coming out of New York Comic Con, we've got some retro card G1 or not G1 GI Joes.
It does start with a G.
It's a G, but we're getting Dr. Mindbender on the retro card, which is cool because I do not want to pay $200 for his original release on the aftermarket.
Oh yeah, because he just
He
got,
got like a deluxe release, and it spiked up pretty high. They're also doing the Cobra Viper, which looks great.
That's a good looking figure, yeah.
And Craig Rock and Roll McConnell.
I had a moment. I was out the other day, and I stopped into our local GameStop, and they had retro Scarlet Stalker.
And Duke?
No, they didn't. It was the Arctic Viper.
Okay.
And I've said, like, if they had done
from the beginning,
right, I'd still be in the line. And as I was standing there looking at Scarlet and Stalker, I'm like, what if I just buy the original 13 Joes as they come out on the retro card?
Oh, you're a bit behind on that.
I know.
Storm Shadow will set you back quite a bit.
Well, he's not an original 13 Joe.
Oh, fair enough.
Just like the 1982 wet line.
Snake Eyes was, though, wasn't
Snake Eyes was, but it was Commando Snake Eyes.
Okay.
Right? So we're talking like original Hawk was when Hawk was blonde. Steeler, Clutch, Rock and Roll, Breaker, and who else did we get? Zap, Flash, and I think Tripwire came later. But anyway, like, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this or not. that or talking about going back to the 3D printed thing again. Wouldn't it be pretty cool to have a classified series scaled G.I. Joe 3D printed logo with like an entire like
space for them?
No, the opening credits, like Yo Joe, and have like one variation of the opening credit sequence on your shelf.
Yeah.
Everybody like fist pump in the air. It would be cool.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
What's Josh going back with?
I was born on her 7th birthday, so she was always bigger. Unfortunately, she's 6'2" now. I'm only 6'1", so she's still taller. Wow.
And then likes this version of Rock and Roll better because
I do.
Got his other version in the regular classified line.
You with the double barreled whatever the hell they are.
Yeah.
No, I like this one as well. I'd like to see a Flash in classified scale. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my regular color Crazy Legs.
Oh, because they did him in.
They did him in the Night Force he was one of the stretch goals for the Dragonfly, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they have him. Just friggin' recolor him and give him to me normal.
See, I said this years ago that the original 13 Joes. So you want to do an exclusive, a Comic-Con exclusive? 2 packs, or sorry, 2 multi-packs. Do like a 6-pack and a 7-pack. The original 13 Joes. Make that your convention exclusive. Boom, done. But now, I look at these and I'm like, do I need to get the retro card? No.
Maybe.
I just sold off my Destro. But he wasn't an original Joe either, so
it wasn't Pimp Destro, was it?
No, it was the first. The first one, yeah.
But, that is all we have from Hasbro. So if we're moving on here,
it's good because I don't know if my heart can take anymore.
I know. We're going to switch gears to McFarlane. And from the Legion of Superheroes, we get Lightning Lad.
Okay.
Now, this one comes with 3 faceplates, alternate head portrait, 4 effects, art card, and base.
Wait, portrait? That's like 2 different heads, man.
It is, yeah. Because there's 3 faceplates for the one head.
Okay.
And then the alternate head portrait. So maybe they split those up and give multiple faces to each one. I don't know.
I don't know enough about this character. Are these are 2 different people, like 2 different Earths?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, they weren't even. Is it? Yeah, it's Earth of the Future, isn't it?
Yeah, the Legion of Superheroes. Yeah. Is, future kids. But yeah, he's coming out at some point. We also get another Batman, the Grim Knight from the Dark Multiverse. It's a 6th scale DC Direct PVC statue. And it's
Punisher Batman.
It is. It's Punisher Batman standing on the monument of the Joker who laughs.
Oh right, yeah.
Or the Batman who laughs.
The Batman who laughs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh says on this week's episode of What Did My Cats Bring In? We have a tree frog.
Nice.
Don't lick the frog.
No, we don't know the effects yet. But yeah, this one, it stands 12 inches tall.
Isn't this like anathema to everything that Batman is?
Yeah.
No guns.
Like after the first or second issue, he's like, no more guns.
No guns.
Not going to be that guy.
Yeah. So is this like an alternate take, I guess? Dark Multiverse.
Yeah.
This has got to be from some other weirdness that I've never read.
Yeah. Oh,
She just came in and put it in the middle of the living room.
bringing you presents.
Great. Is it still alive?
Maybe.
Get it before it hops off to die in the corner.
Oh, hopefully it sings. There you go. At least it's easier to catch than a rabbit or a chipmunk.
True enough. Yeah.
Now, we did talk about this one last week too, but we've got a whole lot more clearer stuff going on for the 78 Superman the movie.
Yep.
And we got more details on it now.
I'm glad that we got these other promo shots because
the knee-jerk reaction on that logo is still bad.
Right.
But after doing some digging, that's the logo he's wearing in the movie.
You go back and look at what Chris is wearing and that logo is janky. It's supposed to be janky.
Yeah. But he features cloth cape, 8 extra hands, an alternate head portrait, art card, and base. And some were speculating that it was going to be like the 5 o'clock shadow evil version of Superman.
Is that not what it is?
No, it's just grumpy Superman.
I think if you
add a little bit of
detailing and knock the costume down a shade or two,
like his S curl has even, it's fallen down.
It's fallen out. Yeah. Emo Superman.
Yeah. So might move it up a couple.
On
my list.
I said this before, having the Hot Toys Chris Reeve. I don't know if this is for me, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like,
it could be.
I might actually get this one. Is that a cloth goods cape? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it a wired cape?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
but
think
it
so
might
either.
be either that or they've got some fish wire levitating it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
And another one that we've already touched on, but we finally have the face reveal for the Superman portion of the 2-pack.
Oh, right.
From the Doomsday versus Superman Dawn of Justice 2-pack.
Oh, we talked about this last week.
We did. Finally, we get the reveal of the Henry Cavill.
Oh, dear.
It's not the worst.
What?
I didn't say it was the greatest.
Meaning it's better than the last one that was worse than this? Yeah, the Justice League Superman was terrible. This is just bad.
Yeah, and this is not my Doomsday. I'm sorry.
I mean, still roiling from the crap shit show that happened to Henry Cavill over the role, and this is not a good way. Mind you, he has no say in it, but that just sucks. If you're gonna try and do someone like a real person, like do better, McFarlane. Do better. So bad. Emo Superman, because tonight will be the night that I'll fight crime for you.
Josh says, I wouldn't mind
having that. Yeah.
I'm
with
pretty
you
sure he's referring to the 78, but yeah. So there you go. Face reveal on the Henry Cavill Superman. But we get more Batman stuff because we are getting an Amazon exclusive for the Batman Beyond Batmobile.
I like this.
It's a good looking vehicle.
I like Batman Beyond, and I made a joke to you, and I'm like, there is way more detail on this than there ever was in the animated series.
Yes. Way more detail.
So this looks cool to me.
Features lights and sound and a vehicle stand and art card. So
Josh has a question about that Superman figure. Where do I go to get that? Is it out yet? Is it up for pre-order yet?
Don't believe.
Did we have a date, a pre-order date on that? It may be.
It is available for pre-order now.
It's up for pre-order now. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Do you have any shots of this with the figure?
There is no figure included in this particular version.
But
there is a gold label.
That's what I was going to say. There was a gold label,
and it is also available for pre-order now. It's going to be a Walmart.com exclusive, and it features similar design, but you're getting adjustable wings, 2 extra hands, art card base, and a 7-inch scale Batmobile with the Batman Beyond in his red and black.
Well, so that's actually not. Do you remember the show?
Vaguely.
That's not part of the suit. That is the red interior light.
Reflection?
That's a reflection of the red interior lights on the suit.
Him while he's driving.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, normally I don't go for this kind of thing. I think it's
a little bit weird,
kind of stupid, but
it's right up there with
it works for this. Now, if you display it with the canopy closed, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You can't see the figure anyway.
Yeah.
Josh wants to know, where do I go to find it? Try GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop.
Try GameStop and see if they've got it. Not really sure about US retailers.
Maybe Walmart. Or Target.
That's entirely possible. That's entirely possible. But I would start with GameStop. That
Yeah.
seems to be fairly reliable.
Yeah. But,
Maybe Amazon. Maybe. Amazon, by the way, this is a new one for me. Did not realize, especially here as a Canadian, Amazon been buying quantities of Super 7 Ultimates.
Really?
Yeah, so I was able to get Subotai and Valeria.
Nice.
Seeing as I missed the pre-order from them directly from Super 7, and I didn't want to pay Big Bad Toy Store to send it to me and have to pay customs and duty on it. So
extra stuff.
Amazon for the win.
But speaking of Super 7, we're moving on to them, and they've got one from the Ultimate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lines.
Okay.
It is glow-in-the-dark Wingnut and Screw Loose. I know you're not a fan of the glow-in-the-dark.
Not really,
figures,
no.
but it kind of works for him.
But even with the lights on, like they look okay.
Yeah, they look
not in the
mutant-
dark. Yeah.
enough.
They do, yeah.
There you go. He says GameStop had it.
GameStop has it. Okay, good
Nice.
to know, man.
Yeah, but they both glow in the dark. They've got metallic blue accents. Each comes with an assortment of accessories, including removable wings, grenades, a throwing bat, a blaster with interchangeable attachments, and his sidekick Screw Loose. So available now apparently at Walmart for pre-order, but coming to Super 7 soon. So
Soon.
Explain that one to
Soon.
me.
Walmart exclusive?
I don't.
Limited exclusivity.
Yeah.
All right.
But sticking with them, we also get Red Laser for the G.I. Joe Ultimates.
So this is interesting because it's not just the Ultimates that have been doing this. I mentioned this to you a couple of weeks ago that I saw in the Reaction line. This is an Action Force character, Red Laser.
That's crossing over.
Yeah, so
Nice.
they did the Action Force version of Destro, whose name I can't remember, but yeah, man, Action Force getting the love here in 7-inch Ultimate scale.
Yeah, it says it inspired by the vintage European action figures. So
European. Nice way to say that. What, you're not allowed to say Action Force because
because I don't know,
because somebody else owns the trademark?
probably
Can't even say it without having to pay a royalty to that guy.
not. Josh
funny.
saying I love glow in the dark figures, but only things like Scare Glow where it's part of.
Oh, see, I can get behind
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I've got a Scare Glow in here somewhere.
somewhere.
Oh, there he is.
Follows it up. I got a Valaverse Swarm Tracer, and it's awesome.
Well, there you go. Right. So
Nice.
that the other guy, that
Mhm.
other 6-inch military line.
The other one. But that does bring us to our final toy of the evening. And
yeah.
again, this one will set you back a couple bucks. Hot Toys presents Star Wars The Clone Wars 6-scale Savage Opress.
Oh, I saw this earlier today. So is this what you were telling me about earlier? Last minute?
No, this is not.
This is not. Okay.
Nope.
This is a fan favorite character. I don't know why we haven't gotten him in the Black Series yet. I can't afford to collect Hot Toys because of the price point on them. But my God, does he look good?
And standing next to Darth Maul, there's another shot, and he dwarfs him by like an inch and a bit.
As he should.
Because he's the older brother, right?
Savage Savage Opress, brother to Maul in the Clone Wars, played by Clancy Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that they've gone with a realistic portrait here. It's Hot Toys; they kind of had to.
Like crazy horns on him, a couple broken off.
Going to be a bunch,
and it looks like they're interchangeable too, so you can have like fully horned version or broken horned version on a.
Oh yeah, why not? Why not? That's great. I love that.
Also has his cybernetic arm and his actual real arm.
I mean, this could be a large sudden influx of Savage Opress cosplays in the next year or so.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we have this level of detail on the costume.
Yep.
Oh, he's cool. It is cool. I don't collect this stuff, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Yes, I'll pass. It is cool.
It does come with a lot of accessories and whatnot, and
well, I mean, for the
price
point, they should, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. Do you see the lightsaber effect that they're doing? The whoosh that looks like a V.
Mm-hmm.
We've gotten that in the Black Series a couple of times to simulate like motion
going
and
through.
it kind of works.
Mm.
It kind of works. I kind of like that.
I actually don't have a price point on this one, but if it's anything like a regular one, it'll probably be like $350 and up.
$350 plus.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, that does bring us to the end of our toy section.
Oh, right on then. So I guess it's now time.
It is time.
I told you, stick around, and now here we are. It's time to play. Lyrics. It's Mr. Lyrics. Lyrics. It's Mr. Lyrics. Tonight. All right.
Josh is saying I'm
saving up for a Terrordrome. Oh, that's going to run you a few.
Yep, it will. But our misheard lyric this evening, it's a weird one. Fear of the duck.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Fear of the duck. All right. So we are looking for the correct song title. We'll check back in after the 30-second sounder. Here we go. Wow. That's a lot of blank. There we go. There we go. Josh at the wire gets a guess in. Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark. Noise.
What's Gaz saying here?
You should have been gone. Knowing how I made you feel, and I should have been gone after your words of steel. Oh, Sherry. Steve Perry. Fear of the Dark. Yeah.
Those of you that guessed Fear of the Dark, you are correct.
Of course it's Fear of the Dark. And now I can tell everyone that no, it is not Judas Priest. I'm driving along and
man.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had Judas Priest in my head.
In the car, and it's like, message from Andrew Daw. Would you like to listen to it? And I click the button. It's like Fear of the Duck. And then actual song, Fear of the Dark. By Judas Priest. And I'm like, what? No! No!
Yeah, as soon as I typed it, I'm like, wait a minute. That's not right.
It's a good thing I was in a parking lot, as I would have probably lost control of the car. Oh, I love this song. I love this song so much. In case you didn't know, this is what the actual lyric sounds like. My God. If you have never seen Iron Maiden, now is the time to do so.
Yep.
Also on that list of people that if you don't see them now, you may never get another chance.
Exactly.
But they are going on tour again in the summer. They might be on tour now. They do have an upcoming tour coming up. I got to see them, I don't know, about a decade ago.
Nice.
One of the most amazing concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah. This one, it was written by Steve Harris, band's bass player, primary songwriter. It is the title track of their 9th studio album, also named Fear of the Dark. Released May 11th, 1992. And in February of 2024, they collaborated with horror video game Dead by Daylight. And what they did was they gave killers Eddie-inspired cosmetics.
Oh, nice.
And survivors get Iron Maiden band t-shirts. And this song was used as lobby music when you launch.
Oh, that's super cool.
And, yeah.
That is very, very, very cool.
Iron Maiden still going strong.
I've said this before. Maiden's come up in the course of the show before, and I'm like, probably like one of the most successful metal bands with almost no radio play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Legends. Absolute legends. Fear of the Duck works, though. It works so well. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Bruce Dickinson's like, Fear of the Duck! Fear of the Duck! You can totally hear it. It does sound like that.
Well, congratulations, Josh.
That's like 3 in a row for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make these harder.
Apparently. Maybe we'll do a twist on it next week.
All right. Yeah, sounds cool.
I got an idea for a twist.
Sure.
But, moving on here. Spider-Man 4. Apparently, there is a script And
Oh,
Tom
dear.
Holland has read it.
Oh, don't let him talk.
No, but so far he said it really lit a fire in me after reading this script.
Okay. A fire.
So, there's no timeline or shooting schedule or anything like that. But apparently, Tom Holland and Zendaya have both read the script, and it is like they're both on board for it. And
I don't see why not.
it's a no-brainer. Like, we're in a point at the end of No Way Home. You need that fourth movie.
But the question is what direction to go in and which actor, which Spider-Man. Like you've opened the floodgate to have the other ones come back. And I'm still rooting for Andrew Garfield to get another one.
We'll talk about him in a couple of stories here, but
okay, all right.
For this one, I'm firmly on board with the Tom Holland Spider-Man coming back.
Okay.
Trying to reestablish himself in a world where nobody knows who the hell he is.
Wow.
And
listen, I mentioned this before. I don't think I mentioned it on the show. I said at some point, Spider-Man, Peter Parker is going to go to college. Now that nobody knows who Peter Parker is, and now that, the Fox thing is in the rearview mirror, wouldn't it be nice if Peter Parker went to college and Bobby Drake and Angelica Jones were his classmates?
That could work.
I would love that. I would absolutely flip for that.
Finished college.
What's that?
He never finished college.
Well, he can go in the movie and meet them, and they can go on some adventures.
That's good. Amazing Friends
makes an amazing movie. I listened to them so much as a teen. I skateboarded to a lot of. Oh my gosh, I love Maiden. I can't say how much I love them.
Darkwing Duck theme song. That can work.
Oh my God! Can somebody call Weird Al? We need this right now. I feel like I have an unfair advantage since I can't hear and I know exactly what they're talking about. I type in a lyric to find out what they're really saying. Yeah, man, I hear you.
Don't give away your cheating strategies. Come on now.
Come on. How many songs have you been in the car driving, singing to, and then like 10 years later, you're like, wait, I've been singing it wrong this whole time?
A few.
Yeah, we've all done it. Good morning, Zazel. Hello, sir. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Nice. Fandom Power is on. Ken from Toy Connections. Nice to see you, sir. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice for you to drop in. Hope everything is going well. Loved your Brave Star video. It was really good. Abadi Abadai was Applebee's apple pie for so long.
Nice.
Love it. Yes, Amazing Friends. I can't. I've wanted that for so long. I mean, I love.
You have one section dedicated to it.
Listen, man, I'm probably one of those, few people that has not one. I have 2 fire stars because I needed her in both cartoon and comic look because she's in my New Warriors and she's an amazing friend.
Mm-hmm.
An amazing friend. Oh, you're welcome, Ken. No, it was a good video. I really enjoyed it.
But yeah, so, another Spider-Man movie in the works. Good stuff.
Tom Holland, I read a quote from him talking about some of the stuff that Robert Downey Jr. had done for him about screen testing a certain bit of dialogue, and then when they went to film the thing, they cut the number of pages down, and apparently Robert Downey Jr. was like, no, where's the rest of the stuff from like the practice?
Yeah,
and it's like, you should film it. You're gonna want that. And he's like, and then when they went to do the movie, they used all of the dialogue. And he's like, Tom Holland has said he would love to be able to do that for another actor. So potentially like introducing Miles Morales into live action would be a nice way for him to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude really likes Applebee's apple pie.
Never had one.
What's not to like about apple pie? Who's pumped for RonCon 25?
Okay, I'm new to this. What's RonCon?
That is a whole other
thing.
That is an offline thing. We should have that conversation. But I agree. Let's have that conversation.
All right. But as to your illusions towards Andrew Garfield.
Oh, yeah.
The director of
the other spider.
The other spider. Director of Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah.
Has come out and told people now that
right. Reese Fons.
that. Thank you.
I don't know if did I say that right?
I don't know. I get his pronunciation
Yeah.
all the time. This is not going to be the same character from the Amazing Spider-Man
That's
franchise.
fine. That's fine.
He is not going to be Kurt Connors. But they are saying he is going to be a character of some importance in this movie.
Variant.
Could be a variant. There's rumors that it might even be like Peter Parker as a grown-up hippie in this universe for some reason, but
no,
I hope not.
No.
But
yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I do like the sling ring portal effect there.
I lifted that off somehow.
No, it's good. It looks good.
I didn't do it.
Oh, that's fine.
I stole it.
Shh.
I borrowed it. I appropriated it. What's this one though? Yeah, saying
they should turn Spidey into Spider Pig.
They did that. The Simpsons. Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
Spider Pig can.
There you go.
Homer Simpson with a Spider Pig 2-pack. That would be funny.
Well, they're doing the Simpsons figures right now,
funny.
right? So
who's doing those?
I'm not
Super 7
sure.
doing those?
I don't know if it's Super 7, but they've got like the little tiny scale.
What happened to we've already had like the World of Simpsons, which went forever.
These are more articulated.
Okay.
And like there's multiple sizes. You get the little ones, and then there's it's almost like a 5.5 inch.
Right.
And so far, I think you get Bart, Bartman, Homer, Groundskeeper Willie, Otto the bus driver.
Yeah. I'm with Josh on this. I'm a big Garfield Spider-Man fan. I really, really enjoyed his stuff. Repurposed.
Oh no.
Oh no. 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 No.
So we will find out when Venom 3 comes to theaters just who this character is. But
I mean, so now we've got Mordo, we've got Kurt Connor, but they're not Mordo and Kurt Connor.
No. Different character
and
really fun. And
the goo is now like I don't know.
The goo?
The goo, the Spawn.
Oh, that one is that's been taken off the at least in the trailer, it's been taken off the field.
It's not.
I don't think it is. Because that would mean that somebody in the Venom universe is universe hopping.
If it is not directly if it is not the MacGuffin of this movie, it's for spinoff or something else.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield is charming in anything he does.
He really is.
Yes. Did you see? I know a lot of people don't care. Social Network.
I did see the Social Network.
I liked him in the Social Network. He was good.
This next one, we don't have a lot of information, but now we have a date and we have a poster.
Yeah. This one, I was kind of tickled by this.
This is good. I'm looking forward to it. Tagline is Legends Are Forever, and Karate Kid Legends will be in theaters May 30th, 2025. So we get Jackie Chan there with Ralph Macchio and
it's hard to believe that they're much closer in age than you realize.
I know. Somebody posted today a side-by-side of Ralph Macchio, who's now 62.
Yeah.
And when they had filmed The Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi was 52.
Oh, Jesus.
So Daniel-san is now 10 years older than Miyagi was then. So
we still have to get the last part
the last two parts because they split it to 3. Yeah. We've only got the first one. The next one comes
I am hoping
soon, I think.
I'm hoping that there's some kind of like
a continuation or
there has to be some acknowledgement. There has to be some acknowledgement of Cobra Kai in this new movie.
Yeah.
In order for for Daniel to be involved in the mentoring of this young rising martial artist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know the relationship that's going to form between the two of them, though. Between is it Mr. Hong?
I think so.
And Daniel, to see how that relationship is going to work. Oh, he was good in Hacksaw Ridge. Yes, he was good in Hacksaw Ridge. Mm-hmm. Also, can't wait for the next part of Cobra Kai. Yes. Karate Kid was good in the 80s, but Cobra Kai is meh for me. Some things should have been left out.
I don't know. It's got the 80s charm to it.
There is a certain amount of... It's like watching reality television. Like you go into a reality show knowing that it's just going to be so off the wall, like that shit crazy. Mm-hmm. And that there's a certain amount of things that are done just for the sake of the camera.
Yeah.
And I feel that way with Cobra Kai. Like I know that Cobra Kai is just so melodramatic, over the top. And that's part of the, like, I feel like it's like the guilty pleasure. Like you don't say, I got to go home, guys. Yeah. My mom's calling. It's dinner time. But really, I'm going home to watch Cobra Kai. Right? Like Cobra Kai's on. Don't let anybody know.
Yeah.
Adam, it's Adam, our friend from Go Figure. Hey, fellas. Good to see you, sir. I hope all is well over in your neck of the woods.
Mm.
Zazel dropped RonCon 2025. 2025? 2024. 24? 25.
Guys.
No. 25. 25th edition.
Okay.
Not 2025. What am I talking about?
That's
RonCon
next
25. Andy's not in the know. Andy wants to know.
I am out of the know.
Yeah, Cobra Kai for sure. Feels like guilty pleasure viewing at times. Absolutely. And I'd love it for all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. This next one, I guess they did a reveal at New York Comic Con. The headline on the article read, a major Fantastic Four character design has finally been revealed.
Not the Galactus that everybody was thinking,
No,
oh my
not
God, it's
Galactus.
Galactus.
No, they revealed a first look at Herbie.
So did we have any inkling that Herbie was going to be in this?
Yeah, he was in the original, like the 50s style poster.
Oh,
But
he
it was
was
just
too,
an
wasn't he?
illustration,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
But I mean, that looks like a reel to reel in his head.
it kind of does. He's got, Tomorrowland robot vibes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like the robot of the future. This is not iRobot.
Do we
This
know
is,
who's voicing this character?
I don't know for sure. The article, it says unknown who is playing Herbie at the time.
Can I just vote for Alan Tudyk now?
Oh, I hope so. That would be awesome for him.
Alan Tudyk as Herbie.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Tudyk as every robot ever.
Yes. But
Zazel says, I am so pumped for Fantastic Four. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Herbie, that ain't Herbie.
well, he's not a Volkswagen, so
He's got the wrong number. He's got the wrong number on his hood.
it's supposed to be 53. But yeah, Fantastic Four first steps will be coming out next year, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit reserved for it. I did kind of roll my eyes at the initial casting announcement of Pedro Pascal. I'm like, oh, it's the Pedro show. Like,
Mhm.
but he's had his fair share of didn't land so well.
Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, looking at you, Maxwell Lord. But it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Herbie will always be a love bug.
Mm-hmm.
True. Adam says the voice of Herbie should be Christoph Waltz. Oh my!
I could get on board with that. That man could do no wrong.
There would be like a
There would have to be like some sort of weird German quality to him, though. Maybe they stole Herbie from Latveria or Latveria. Yeah.
Latveria. Oh, that could be. It could be.
Yeah. There you go. Anyone but Jack Black.
Anyone but Jack Black. Yeah.
Screw that guy.
I haven't seen the Borderlands movie,
Not
so
yet.
I don't know how his.
Apparently, the reviews were not great. They said it was like a watered down Guardians. Like somebody tried to follow that formula too close.
Yeah, and then it just didn't land right.
Yeah. But yes, Zazel. That's a bingo.
That's a bingo.
Okay, but our next one here on this day in history. So we get to learn a little bit.
Oh, right. I like history. Learn me something, man.
So on this day in 1938,
Oh, it's long before my time.
Christopher Lloyd was born.
Oh my gosh.
So happy birthday, Mr. Lloyd.
Yeah, seriously.
And not to be outdone, on this day in 1952, Jeff Goldblum was born. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Have they been in anything together?
I don't know for sure. I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know if they've been in anything together. Maybe. Okay.
But continuing on this day in 1966, the Supremes became the first all-female group to have a #1 selling album with the Supremes A Go-Go.
Nice.
And then in 2021, the remake of Dune was released.
Yeah, that might be the perfect movie. Both parts together might be the perfect movie. I love that.
There you go.
I love the redo. Love it.
Great Scott.
Great Scott.
I love history.
Me too. Christopher Lloyd is the same age as I am now when he was in Back to the Future.
Oh my.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I knew that they had to
De-age him or something?
no, they had to age him up.
Oh yeah.
They had to age him up. Yeah.
And then part 2, when they rejuvenate him and he gets the skin graft thing.
He can just be himself.
Yeah.
Still haven't seen part 2. Oh, you are talking Dune, not Back to the Future, right?
Yes.
Oh, part 2 is great. It's fantabulous.
But moving on here. More bad news for Blade. Marvel,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Disney has pulled Marvel from the 2025
Sorry,
schedule.
Blade. They've pulled Blade.
Yes. They've actually replaced it with 20th Century Studios' Predator Badlands, which will be out November 7th, 2025.
Now, from a sheer technical standpoint, this doesn't necessarily mean
It
that
doesn't mean it's done.
that the movie's over, but remember what happened to Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. You get pulled, then
Uh-oh.
your options
Uh-oh.
go from like 1 to
Yeah.
half.
You've gone from maybe a movie to maybe not a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a movie right now, which
And-
could be maybe not a movie ever.
Which could land yourself into a series or something later on. But
Maybe, but I mean, that certainly didn't happen with our Star Wars stuff.
no, well, at least not yet.
Is there, I mean, I know there's been some renewed interest with Deadpool and having Wesley Snipes come back
Mhm.
as Blade. Is there enough interest in Blade as a franchise to want to?
Give him a 4th outing.
Certainly, I don't think Wesley Snipes is.
He's all for it.
He's sure, but he needs the money.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wesley, you need the money.
Oh,
But-
what's Josh saying here?
I can't watch Dune. I can't stay awake. Oh, it is a little bit esoteric that way. Yeah, you do have to have a little bit of a more. You got to be ready for it.
Mm.
You got to be ready for it.
Zazel says not looking good.
Not
Blade
looking
should be
good?
a series,
Yeah,
I think.
You think so?
Team him up with Buffy.
We got it. There's some legal issues there.
Buffy and the Blade.
Oh,
Gaz says they should do Blade versus Aliens versus Predator versus Terminator. Yes, they should. And Josh adds versus Minions.
versus
Sure.
Wait. He's the only vampire in there.
Well, if he bites a few people, he could make some alien vampires or Predator vampires. I don't think he can
I
make
mean,
a Terminator vampire.
Why don't we just throw this one at the Sonyverse, and then they can go at Morbius, and we can just kill both franchises at the same time.
Well, they tried to kill it the first outing.
The Sticky Fingers Blade show was good, legit good.
I don't think I ever watched it, but I do remember it.
I didn't. I did not.
Could Blade drink alien
Could
blood?
Blade drink alien blood?
I don't know. He's got a healing factor, so maybe.
I don't know.
It
don't know.
burns.
Maybe.
If it bleeds, he can drink it.
I didn't see all of that series. No, neither did I.
Spacewalker.
Spacewalker.
In space, no one can hear you, blah, blah, blah. All fine options.
God.
All
Oh
fine
my
options.
God. So good.
But, moving on to our penultimate item this evening.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Oh, what is it here? Gaz says, screw it.
Let's just remake
the V
V.
series. I'll play Ham Tyler.
You know,
Do it.
did anybody watch the rebooted V, the one with Morena Baccarin? I thought it was pretty good. I'm sad that it didn't get finished. It was pretty good.
Zazel says he'd watch
I'd
that,
watch
Gaz.
that. Yeah. Yep. I'm in it. I'm in. Whatever we're doing, I'm in. I'd watch a Gaz V series so hard.
So hard. All right. Here's one hot off the press.
Okay.
Uh,
all right.
Popcorn buckets are becoming an art form, as we've seen.
Dune
Uh,
bucket.
But a movie hitting theaters November 22nd has already got one released. It is going to be Gladiator 2.
Oh,
And get this, it is going to be a Gladiator Arena popcorn bucket.
wait, is it going to be the Roman Coliseum?
It is.
Oh, it is the Roman Coliseum.
And
oh my gosh.
It comes with a QR code. So once you eat all that popcorn out of there,
Yeah.
you scan that code, you will get an AR Gladiator battle within the bucket. I'm assuming this
Really?
is one of those augmented reality things.
Yeah,
where you stare at
for
your
sure, for
phone.
sure. Yeah.
But
I just want to know, is there a button or a mechanism that I got to push for it to fill up with a soft drink?
I don't know.
as we saw in the trailer, they fill it with water.
Hmm.
I want to know what's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. This reminds me of they did a Spartacus DVD set that came with like a chunk of like I think it was Vesuvius actually with them on the mountain.
Nice.
Yeah, or it might have been a Colosseum as well. Yeah.
And the Power V Live commentary
V Live
track.
commentary track at Roncon.
There you go. Get
Out of here. Yeah.
Toy Connection says that looks cool.
It does look cool. Like I'm just not into the like I will say this. I did pick up the Dune one and I did put my hand in the thing.
Well, Zazel has a question about that.
But where can we put our wiener? Where can we put the wiener?
Oh, that's
See
terrible.
the door down there in the bottom of the Coliseum there in the door.
Oh,
That'd be cool to get for a diorama. How big are the little characters? Are they going to be part of the bucket too?
no, those
are they
part of the augmented reality?
Oh, they are
gladiator
part of the
fight.
experience. Okay, so like, could I put a 28mm D&D mini in there and it would look okay?
Probably.
I don't know.
I'm assuming the crowd might actually be part of the AR experience as well.
Yeah.
Based on the other one there, where the sides do look rather, one layer-ish.
Yeah.
But again, I'd have to see it in person, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. Gladiator 2, The Wrath of Khan. Every sequel is better adding The Wrath of Khan.
Rogue One 2, The Wrath of Khan.
That's funny.
Oh, there you go. Comes out on Zazel's birthday.
Happy birthday to you, sir.
Guess says, are you not entertained?
I'm okay.
Josh says,
have you not enough popcorn?
You get a Coliseum's worth. There you go. But, another popcorn bucket to add to the ever-growing collection. What do we get
What was
now?
the last one? It was
because there was the
Deadpool and the Wolverine one.
Deadpool and Wolverine, the Alien Romulus head, then the Dune sex toy.
That's true.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them this past year.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Well, there you go. Zazel party at the Coliseum.
Yeah, party at the Coliseum.
But that does bring us to our final item of the evening.
Are we there now? Oh my gosh! I guess I forgot to mention that
we are a call-in show.
The phone line was open the whole time. It was here, but now we're where we are now. Only if Hans does karaoke. Nice.
Fair enough.
So following this trend, when G.I. Joe Transformers comes out, the popcorn bucket will be a terror drome in 1/18 scale.
That transforms into...
You won't be able to hold it 1/18 scale. Or it'll be, I'm surprised they didn't do like a Matrix of Leadership popcorn bucket. It's got a spherical center. They could have just made it hollowed out.
They could have just done any Transformer head, pop off the top.
That's true too. I don't like the idea of eating my popcorn out of Optimus's head. It feels kind of macabre.
Chilled monkey brains.
Yeah, exactly. Chilled energon.
There you go.
Transforms into Triptychon. Nice. As we wind down, when we get to the end of the show, our last item of the evening, as always, for our Canadian viewers, it's that time again when Andy, he's out in the aisles, he's hunting for you and I, so that we can save a few dollars with this week's toy hunting tip at Dollarama.
Well, this week you have the possibility to save a lot. Showing up at multiple locations, different varieties, are Star Wars 3D Deco wall lights. So far we've spotted Yoda, Kylo Ren, C-3PO, the Millennium Falcon, and apparently Boba Fett. They'll set you back $5 at the dollar store.
Or $5.
If you're looking
Absolutely
at Amazon on the remarket, you're going to be paying $64.75.
$5 for that is more than worth it. I had a Millennium Falcon one came into the store with no packaging, but had all of the mounting hardware and the cracked wall decal.
Nice.
I think I sold it for like $15, but like $5, that's a bargain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, guess
Ooh, you'd be eating Prime's brain.
Be just like spaghetti on those circuits.
No, thank you. What about the popcorn bucket for Gaz Galactic Defender?
But where do you put your wiener?
Canadian viewers, Dollarama. Yep, that's it.
Just creepy.
That is creepy. I love a fandom dollar bargain.
Well, the other one that's showing up this week is Cats versus Pickles Chonks. They're going for around $4 each.
Can you say that again?
Chonks. Cats versus Pickles.
Cats versus Pickles Chonks.
Yep. They're chunky boys.
Okay.
Adam saying the Battle Cat at Dollarama's best deal in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I will contest that. No, it is not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had the deluxe Masters Origins figures.
Oh, that's true. They did have some
Battle Armor, He-Man, Skeletor, Hordak, Ram Man.
in the last
Lamp
5.
Champ.
Yeah, I guess so. That would have been.
last
Yeah,
year,
that
yeah.
would have been in the last year. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. I saw one yesterday.
Nice.
They are no. Dollarama is selling a 5. It's a 5 or a 6-part combiner Transformer toy, not a licensed Transformer.
Knockoff?
It's a Dinobot. It's a knockoff Dinobot combiner.
I've seen some of the Dinobots. I didn't know
I
they were
actually,
combiners.
they are. If you pick the box up, look at the back, it shows you what part they are.
Okay.
And I stopped because I saw this Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I'm like, well, the head on that is
It looks like
clearly a
Grimlock.
modified Grimlock.
Yeah.
The sword is a modified Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Megazord sword,
Nice.
and the robot head inside is clearly a G1 Transformer Bruticus head.
Jeez.
And I'm like, do I spend the money and buy these just to make the combiner and see how awful it is? I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
Years ago, I bought the rainbow edition of Devastator.
Oh yeah,
at the dollar store,
yeah.
And he's like a rainbow, wonderful little toy on the shelf.
Just don't look at it the wrong way.
No.
It explode into thin.
But yeah,
cheap plastic.
these Cats versus Pickles selling for $4. Regular retail on Amazon, $16. So you're saving a little bit. And if you don't know what the Cats versus Pickles are, you remember Beanie Babies, the little bean-filled.
What? Do you remember Beanie Babies?
Remember that phenomenon?
Yeah, you know that everybody is sitting on the $1 million Beanie Baby in their basement, right?
Yep. Well, my mom might be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But anyway, they are basically little bean bags with decos of cats or pickles on them. And I think this is spinning out of the trend of, people putting cucumbers next to cats and having them flip out and react on YouTube videos.
Here I was thinking, is this a play on like Plants versus Zombies or like some of these weird
it could be
cats
informed
versus
by that.
pickles?
But pickles plays a hell of a lot better than cucumbers, right? So
No, I guess so. I guess it does. Yeah.
yeah. But that's your tip this week.
My gosh! Wow. They did
that's
have
right.
Origins.
And they did have
Masterverse.
some of the Masterverse figures. That's right.
Who did they have in Masterverse?
They had Evelyn.
Okay.
I want to say Andra.
Oh, right.
One of the Princess of Power ones. I think it was Frosta.
Okay.
They also had Roboto
That would have been a great
and
if I was buying
Stratos.
Masterverse at the time. Yeah. Zazel, you need to see a doctor, my friend.
or get yourself one of them deals in Hollywood. They'll pay double for 2 pickles.
No FaceTime. My cats ignore the cucumber. I tried it a couple of times.
Aw.
Nothing.
Apparently, it's a natural instinct against snakes.
Yeah, but if you paint it like a frog or a squirrel,
Then maybe it'll just bring it back to you.
maybe.
But
Oh my gosh,
we've gone through everything this week.
Are we Ferris Bueller in the end?
I don't know.
It's over. Go home.
Well, they might be watching from home. I know Josh is already at home because he got his sticker in the mail.
Good for you, man, on getting the sticker. I'm glad that has arrived.
Mhm.
I don't know. Do we
We need to send him his extra one.
do we dip into the vault and fund a few more stickers?
I think we should because we got some good ones.
We do. We have quite a few actually. Adam's got a comment there, and I like this.
Ooh.
Canadian life hack at Harvey's: ask for pickles on the side. Why on the side?
You just put them on the burger and then say more.
That's what I do.
More.
Yeah, that's me too.
And then you get that gif of Adam Driver. More.
Nice.
That's
All
I
right.
got.
All kidding aside, RonCon 25. Whatever you need, as I had said before, I'm there for you. So let us know. Andy and I think and myself, we're still kind of sitting here, kind of like wide-eyed, like I don't know. There's like some kind of joke here that I feel like I don't know what the punchline is. But yeah,
Nothing
whatever.
new for me.
Whatever it is, whatever you want, we're there. Sure, we'll do it.
As long as it doesn't involve 2 pickles.
Right. Or a cat.
or any baby oil. None of that freak off stuff.
All right, everybody. Just remember, as always, whatever your thing is, fan on, everybody. And listen, that's it for me. I got nothing else.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, for Fandom Power, everybody, my name is Wes.
And I'm Andy.
As I'm reading comments, as I'm like, yeah.
Uh-oh.
We'll be hit up later. It does involve two pickles. All right. Great show, guys. Long live the Monchichi Revolution. Down with the evil Ewok Empire.
More Ewoks.
Oh, why didn't we cover that tonight?
Oh, which part? The Ewok.
Okay, I got this is a we'll keep going here for a second. Today it was revealed that Skeleton Crew is going to feature the Teak.
The weird little speedy.
The Teak, the speedy alien from the Ewok movie, is going to be in Skeleton Crew.
He is going to play so well with kids these days.
But my question is it the Teak or just a Teak? Right? Like, is it another member of their species? Because if it's the same Teak from the movie,
then all of a sudden those movies become
canon. Well, that does raise some questions about the canonicity. That's a new word, by the way. The canonicity. The canonicity of the Ewok movies in the Star Wars canon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Me too. They're fun. I mean, they're weird and stuff and have, questionable entertainment value, but they are fun. Be the same one, please. Yes. Yeah, I'm there. All right, everybody. That's it for this edition of Random Fandom Tuesday. Sunday. This coming Sunday, the penultimate episode of Ewoks season 1, and we are almost at the end of the first season. That gives us some time again between shows, as Skeleton Crew does not drop until December. So we're going to have the month of November to do some other stuff, and we're always up for ideas. So if you've guys got something that you want to talk about or you want us to talk about, hit us up in the live chat. Always touch base with us on social media. We're everywhere, so you can. We're easy enough to find. Or you can always email us at fandompower3@gmail.com. Always looking forward to hearing from you guys. Love spending time with you guys in the live chat. Sorry I did not mention that the phone line was open, but the WhatsApp link is there, as it is every week. I think, guys, that's it, man.
Well, Adam wants a CGI Wilford Brimley.
I want a CGI Wilford Brimley.
I actually saw a dude with a license plate that said diabetes.
Diabetes, US. Diabetes.
And it was locally, too.
That's funny.
Yeah. That
is funny. I'm off overseas this afternoon. I'm glad I made this episode. Great fun as always. No, man, I am tickled that you guys are here. I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. Sometimes when you're, and you guys can appreciate this as live streamers, when you're looking at the view count in the corner and you're like, ooh, but it's fun. It was fun tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Lots of fun.
Yep. And we'll be back again to do it.
All right. We'll see you next time, guys. If not Sunday, next Tuesday, same time, same channel, fan on. Bye for now, everybody.